So let's select one of these paragraphs here in one of these middle columns and take a look up here in the control panel. Again, remember that this text is formatted at 10 points. Let's actually select the entire paragraph because we're going to make a very minor change. Sometimes these minor changes happen on purpose, and sometimes they're simply an accident. So let's make this text 10.1 point. Go ahead and hit return. The point that I want to drive home here is that you can't really see a difference. The difference is really, really minor, but it could cause problems over a long text flow. With very slight changes, it would also affect the leading and therefore possibly the baseline alignments. So the trick is, how would you ever find those slight variations? Again, either by mistake or on purpose. What you can do is you can select text, and if you ever select text and notice here in the paragraph styles palette that there's a plus mark next to the style name, that indicates that there is a manual override. And when you hover your cursor over a style that has an override, let it sit there for a moment and you'll get a little tooltip that will appear telling you what the override is. In this case, it's telling me that the override is the 10.1 point. It's the size that we changed. Now, there's a couple ways to eliminate this problem, and frankly, that's what folks want to do. A lot of folks see that plus mark there, and they just know it's a problem. They're not sure why it's a problem. They're not even sure how the problem happened. They just need to fix it. Now, kind of the old-fashioned way, which admittedly not everybody knew how to do, was to press the Alt key on Windows or the Option key on the Macintosh and just click to reapply that style and force an elimination of any of those overrides. Now I'm going to press Control-Z or Command-Z on the Mac to actually retain that override. And just one other option here, another way to tackle this issue that has been added in more recent versions of InDesign. You see right down here, there's this paragraph marker with a plus sign that reminds us of the override, and then there's a red line through it. You know what that means? That means make the plus mark go away. Essentially, clear the overrides. So a single click there, without having to remember any obscure keyboard shortcuts, will also eliminate the problem.